Okay, Aries, welcome into your video. All right, let me put this closer to me. Let's see what's going on with you. All right, what is the situation? I want to read for when? When are we reading for? Well, we're in mid-August. Let's read for the third week of... It's supposed to be really the fourth week of August, but fuck it, let's do it again. Why not? Third week for Aries, please. Third week for Aries. This almost popped out, but it didn't. So let's see what's going on. That means it could be like, coming along soon. No, now I understand why. You have the Two of Swords, guys. The Two of Swords is trying to make a difficult decision, choice. And why is it difficult? Because you really don't know what to decide. Like, you're absolutely torn. It's like you can't even weigh your pros and cons in this situation, because here you feel as if, you're a little blind. Do I take this person or that person? If I just extinguish my past energy and just put all my eggs in the new basket, what will happen there? What if I leave this job and go there? What if I change my career? It's funny and interesting because today on Instagram, I don't know why I was vibing this. I put up a story on Instagram and it was talking about no plan B, no nothing. It's time to change. It's time to move, right? You got this, guys. Maybe I was like sensing your energies, but here's what you're doing, trying to make that choice. You're being low key. You're lying low. You've retracted your energy here, because it feels as if you're trying to, make that wise decision. You're like, I've been here before. I've been down this road. I don't plan on getting hurt again. I do see you holding on to something that did end, right? Something that there was an ending or a betrayal. You're still holding on to it. But I also feel like whatever you're doing, whether this is you or them, it's stagnated. Somebody here got bored. They feel like they've got more to learn in life, more than past this relationship or this situation, right? Because it's not really growing anymore. For me, when I see the Page of Pentacles, that's exactly what it means. It means a relationship has stagnated because there's no more growth in it. And that could be in so many ways, in so many forms, like a marriage where it's been like, I don't know, 100 years, but there's no change. There's no growth. It's stagnated. Someone got bored. Or you both did not grow together. You didn't evolve together. Or you're with a lover and you've passed the honeymoon phase. What's next? Is this going to grow? Is there an expiration date? Things like that, okay? But you're holding on to something that is hanging on by a thread, all right? Whether it's a job or a relationship. But I see you very, very soon going into a new direction. At least for yourself. It's like the story I posted today. Exactly that. Okay. What's coming in towards my Aries, please? I wish this chair would recline. Ugh. Guys, the next video for you is going to be from Europe. I can't wait to do that. I'm so tired. I'm so burnt out. Okay, what's coming in towards Aries, please? I swear it's like I go there. I go to my spiritual places. I do my little zen. I zen out. I check in with nature and myself, and I feel like the battery's just like, how I always talk about the Eight of Cups, how they're empty and you walk away because you're not happy or you're not satisfied because you're giving out the love and you're not returning any? That's my Eight of Cups. That's me going there to fill them up and come back to you guys. My point in telling you is I will be shooting videos from there, so the scenery might be just a little bit different than all of this. Now, with that said, let's get serious now, because you guys have... Let me go this way. You guys have the Tower, right? And then you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. You've heard me talk time and time again about towers. Towers only show up in readings when you don't make choices, when you don't make decisions. The decisions and the choices get taken out of you, or from you, excuse me. The decisions start being taken from you by others, or if not, the universe. In this case, it's the universe. It's like being in a crummy job, being treated like shit, in a toxic environment. You know you need to go. You're sitting there hoping and praying it's going to change, but it doesn't. So a fight happens and it upends your whole entire world. Something shocking goes down. It's like having a fight with a boss and now you know your job isn't steady or stable. Why did you have the fight in the first place? You got to think about that. It's the same thing with a relationship. Why are you having a fight with your person? Because something isn't changing. And now you don't know what choice to make. So the choice gets taken from you by the universe. It says, look, this thing had to go. It needs to be rebuilt. Person's got to come in correct, or you got to move on, learn your lessons, and build something brand new. I feel for all of you, Aries, I'll be honest with you, this is the point in time where you've been going through the changes, but now you're questioning it. It's like you're scared. You're scared to take the plunge. You're scared to move forward with whatever has been in your head, and you're thinking about moving on. I say that because I'm looking at the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I know you have a mission. I know in your bones you have this thing that you want to do. All right, but you're hesitating here, it looks to me. You're trying to manifest a new future. It's coming. It's right around the bend, but trust in the process. We'll see more when we clarify. I just feel like these are going to be the next few weeks, like the last week of August, the first few weeks of September, because now Mercury's going direct and you have the planets finally shifting around. Especially with the eclipse coming soon, you're going to eclipse out the past and you're going to bring in the new. You're going to have to pick up those pieces. It's going to be scary and you're going to have to move through it. So let's see what's going on. I feel like not just you, Aries, but a couple of signs. I got to hold hands with everybody and be like, don't worry, we got this. It's going to be okay. I promise. What is it that Aries doesn't see coming their way? The surprise. Hanging on by a thread. All right, let's see you. Oh, Aries. Okay. So this is literally the point in time where you do have to be handheld, right? There's peaks and there's valleys. There's ups and there's lows. There's highs and there's lows. 1 minute you're at the top of your game. Next thing you know, you're at the bottom and you're like, how the fuck did I get down here? And that's because you're an always evolving creature, Aries, especially you. Things stagnate for you. Things get bored for you. You're constantly learning, shifting, changing. But it's not just you. Your external environment is also changing and shifting. So you're learning to adapt, okay? Now, with that said, some people cannot adapt to change. They're very rigorous. They're very, very rigid. And for you, that goes against your grain. So you have fights, you have arguments, because you could see the change clearly, how everyone could benefit from it, but they don't. There's nothing you could do about that. You got to let people come to things on their own terms. Now, the reason I'm bringing all this stuff up to you is because what you don't see coming is, look at you, right? Here you are, all kinds of powerful, being an emperor. Kings and queens report to an emperor, all right? Because they rule realms. You rule worlds. That's the power balance we're talking about. All right. And emperors, which by the way is an Aries card, are leaders. They're entrepreneurs. They're business people. They come up with like creative ways of getting out of problems. Their minds don't think like other people. This is why they lead. They can see the problem clearly and in their heads be like, oh, this is what we're going to do. A, B, C, D. It's one of those things, right? But then there's somebody else here that's coming along that's emotionally mature, emotionally available. Yes, they're slightly below you but not beneath you, but not in the negative kind of way. It's more like you're intimidating because you're consuming that power and now it's starting to exert and show to people. There's somebody here that's more sensitive, somebody here who is loving and caring. Interesting, they could balance you. I'm curious to know why they're here. I don't know, maybe Aries, you're not interested in that because I think your mind and your trajectory is somewhere else. All right, because I see at the bottom of the deck 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Why are these courts here? Oh my God, another court card. You guys are definitely dealing with a lot of people right now. A lot of personalities, a lot of characters. You're shifting and sifting through the people of your life, like who stays, who goes kind of vibe, more than your relationships. I mean, your love ships, your work ships, your colleagues, your family, your friends. You're going through this weird transition. This is the part of you that's changing. You're starting to see things, especially now that like Mercury has gone direct. The cloud is lifted. It's gone. What's the advice here? I'm so curious to see what happens when we clarify that. But you should know this person's available to you in regards to love. I just don't know how you feel. I know you're sitting there thinking about what you desire, what you want, what you like. But, you know, the universe is like, why don't you go for it? Is it scary? Yeah, it probably is. But, you know, nothing's worth anything if there's no risk involved or hard work to get there, right? I do see you at the bottom of the deck being financially independent if you're worried about work-wise. Others of you, because this is interesting to me, this is 2 9s. And 9s are about you. It's about yourself. It's not about you and the other person. It's all about you. Always the 9s, right? I think that there's going to be a point in time where you might actually be happy to be alone, right? I mean, you've been going through the lone wolf thing anyway. I'm sure some of you have seen the meme like on Instagram lately where, you know, it's a pack of wolves and it's funny how their formation is. The formation is the old and the weak are in the front. The powerful are right behind them. And in the center is the puppies and the moms. And right behind them is another group of powerful. And then the leader is all the way in the back. You know why the leader's all the way in the back? Because the leader can see everything. And you know why the weak and the old are in the front? Because they set the pace. And then the strong are right there behind them to defend them. And then there's another pack of strong wolves behind the pups and the moms to defend them. But the leader sees everything. That's what I'm trying to talk about, you being the lone wolf in a way. Think of it like a triangle, right? You got like these wolves and there this clump that is moving in front of you, but you're the lone wolf in the back, but you can see clearly how it's all going, right? And you can see all dangers around you. This is what's going on with you, but you're also going into some weird silo. You're going in some weird isolation mode. I feel like you're going through like what I call the butterfly effect. You're cocooning yourself. I think you're trying to make life choices, big ones, hard ones. And I know you can see your butterfly wings, but you don't right now because they're invisible. And I can see this is happening to you, this transformation process. And this 9 of Cups is saying, just keep going. You will become that butterfly. I promise you. Go for your wish fulfillment. You are okay even if you are by yourself, even if you are single or you're doing something alone. What's the outcome of the week? You will find friends. You will find love. You will find happiness. Might not come in the form you expected, but it will come. A lot of you, I'm going to get more detailed now, right? I'm going to get a little bit more finite. A lot of you are making a judgment call on a marriage, on a commitment, on your career, on your job. This is like the little mini Aries in your head saying to yourself, out comes the cleanup crew. Okay, it's time. It's time I made a decision, whether it's for better or worse, I got to make it. All right? And you're finding that strength and that stamina to live with that choice. I'm telling you it's going to be fine even if it's a fuck up, because you could go back and course correct. All right, because I see you feeling left out in the cold. I know you're worried about money for some of you. Others of you, I know you're feeling lonely. But don't forget, you're that lone wolf. You can see. Would you rather be the lone wolf that's the leader, where you could see everything and live in your truth and be genuine and have options later on? That's going to be you guys. Hold on. Let me see what deck I want to use. Aries, please. All right, so let's recap really quickly. Something's going down. A ship is going down. You're trying to boss up. You're trying to lead. Your advice is telling you go towards your wish fulfillment and your desires. Just be careful. It's not being selfish. All right, so I have to throw that out there. You are making wise decisions and you're ending the week making that judgment call. All right, let's go. It's funny, but that's kind of how like TikTok works. It's like a 2-minute to row. This we analyze. All right. If you don't like this, let me know. I could just go straight to the point. Oh, yes, my friends. I so love this. Because this is going to wrap everything I just said in a bow, right? I'm going to move it along now. The world. The world card tells me this is a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new chapter. This is it. You're finally saying to yourself, yep, I got to make that wise decision. Yep, I'm going to move forward. Yep, Mercury has gone direct. I'm not like thinking about my ex or my past or my whatever. I can see clearly now. I've got to make a life choice. You don't know what that is right now, but it's coming. It's going to get taken from you because of the Tower. What's the Tower? In a way, those things could be like blessings in disguise because you were staying somewhere you shouldn't go. You're going to look at that like, you know what? That's a sign. That's what you're going to do. The Tower and... Oh, I'm doing this backwards. Okay. The Tower and Knight of Pentacles in reverse. See, you should be picking up the pieces, but you pause for a second and you say to yourself, which pieces do I take, right? Look at this. Knight of Swords, 100%. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, Strength, and the Two of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Okay, this is definitely what I was just telling you a little bit earlier. See, at the bottom of the deck, the Three of Cups is telling me about reconciliation, reuniting, blah, 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 taking, action behind it, but worrying if you're going to lose your stability. But that's the biggest problem here. You're worried about losing your stability, but at the same time, you want new things. You want a passionate new beginning. You want a new job, project, something. The Tower comes because somebody finally rushes in without even thinking about it and says something like, you know what? I want a divorce. You know what? Fuck you. I quit. You know what? I don't think our friendship's going to work out. You know what? It's one of those energies when somebody rushes in, like, look at the card. It's like a hot mess. It's like somebody's rushing in to say what they need to say. And they they don't even care about the other person around them. They just push them out of the way. It's not thought out. You go from the Two of Swords, blind, not knowing what choice to make, to finally saying, you know what? I think that because of this Tower moment, I don't really think I have a lot of options. I think I got to look out into my future and see what I'm going to do. You're starting to make those movements going forward. All right? Because you've been resisting. And that's why you had a Tower. You were holding back. You were resisting. You were trying to say to yourself, you know what? I'm part of the pack. I don't want to be a lone wolf. I want stability. I don't want to be single. Right? You were resisting it. But now you might be letting go and going towards the direction of being single, of being alone, of needing your space, of needing your time. But I think you're toggling. You're going back and forth between reconciling and being with somebody or just leaving them. Okay. Why is the Emperor here and the King of Cups? If some of you are dealing with two people, there's a water sign here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and another Aries. But others of you, I think what you're doing is, yeah, there's somebody that's here that's emotionally mature and available, but I don't know if you're ignoring them and you're just focusing on your career, on your job, on your money, on your work. I think you're thinking about your stability, and you've been building, or others of you, you've been building something, and you're focused on that, whatever you've been building. Why are they both here, though? Why are court cards here? Because you have to make a judgment call, and you have to cut your losses. You need to make a sacrifice, and you don't know what that is. What I think you should do is have a heart-to-heart. I see that you're feeling guilt. I see you're feeling regret. And I think you're burying your head in work. That's what I think you're doing. Okay. Or you're burying your mind in other things like projects or goals. It's like kind of like a mom who wants to get a divorce. She's burying herself in her kids' crap instead of dealing with the husband and the family issues. It's an example. I'm not saying that's you, but that's the vibe, right? Or a man who's like knows that there's a problem, knows that there's an issue, but just, buries himself at work and doesn't focus or even look at that because doesn't want to deal with that. That's going to get taken out of your hands with the Tower. What's the Nine of Cups in the advice? Another 9. This is 100% reading about you. So the extended reading, which by the way, now I have single purchase readings plus the membership. The first link is the single. The second link is the membership. It's in the box below this video. But another 9 of Wands is here. The reason I'm bringing up the extended is because we go into your person, their thoughts, their feelings, all of that stuff, their actions, their behavior, what they're going to do. I think that might be a little interesting because this whole reading is not really about them. It's really about you, what you're feeling, what you're processing, and what you're doing. It's mostly telling me about the transition and how you're struggling to do that transition, to make a choice. I think the choice gets taken from you and you're kind of forced to make one. This is why you have Saturn retrograding through Aries. This is also why you had Chiron going through Aries. Chiron is the wounded warrior. And let me tell you something. There it is in your advice position. The wounded warrior, the 9 of Wands. And behind that is the 10 of Wands. You're exhausted. You're tired. You're stressed. So you're kind of saying to yourself, I feel like nobody is goddamn connecting with me. Yes, everyone's attracted to me, but it's rare that they will connect with me. They don't understand me. And I feel like for you, it's always a search to look for that kind of person, that, kind of connection. But you're carrying all these wounds right now. And that's why Chiron is appearing for you, because they're forcing you to look at those wounds. Let me tell you something. I think I was telling everybody this. This person with the bandage on their head, which, by the way, this is your card and your advice. You need to possibly protect yourself and have healthy boundaries. Walls, no. Boundaries, yes. Boundaries show where the line is. Walls, don't let anybody in. All right? So with the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Wands, in order for you to get what you want from your life, and it's telling you in your advice, find and seek your wish fulfillment. Just be careful. It's not out of selfishness, but I don't feel that is the case because of the 9 of Wands. And the 9 of Wands, sometimes in advice, it really does mean like you kind of got to protect yourself. You kind of do need to put up some boundaries because, givers don't, givers don't understand that takers have no limits at all. People will just keep taking and taking and taking. So maybe you do need to protect yourself, Aries, because I see you feeling burdened, exhausted, and tired. I know you got to make a decision on something, and it's like a little sad and stressful because it makes you feel bad and guilty. I mean, I don't envy your position right now, but once you rip off the Band-Aid, I suppose you're going to start living your life. What's Judgment? I want to throw another card on advice too because I feel like I can't leave this like this for you. I want a happy ending, God damn it. Where is it? No. Oh, 6 of Swords. There it is. 6 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like, Aries, you are trying to manifest a new future, Magician. And you can because... Oh, wow, look at this. Death behind Magician. Yeah. Then Lover is back here too, guys. There's a lot of people that you're willing to sacrifice in order to find your stability. And I think the second you realize this, and also back here, which I think is going to happen in September, you're going to be tested by the universe, okay? Because I think your person is going to come back. You'll feel vindicated and validated, but hello, devil, right behind it. Suck you right back in. I think you're in a good place, Aries, because it's saying you're mentally detaching and you're trying and you're leaving hardship behind. And I like this deck because this is the after tarot. So I think after you make that decision, that's what the card is telling me is going to happen. All right, you will get to dry land and you're not going to be alone. You'll be there with somebody, which I like a lot. And that's how your week ends. What's going on in advice with the 2 9s? Judgment. Well, again, 5 of Cups, feeling guilty. Ten of Pentacles in regards to a commitment or marriage. This is a specific reading. I'd like to read for the single Aries. Maybe it's here. For you guys, it's about a lover. For everyone else, it's about a commitment and a marriage. Or a job that you're committed to. Or career. But I'm seeing in your advice, in order for you to find your wish fulfillment, you do have to protect yourself or put up some boundaries, because I don't think the other person understands what you're going through. And I don't think, not that they don't care, they're being callous about it. I see you feeling bad, guilty over a commitment marriage, but you're needing to make that decision for your own fulfillment. Interesting. Sometimes, like, I see the Nine of Wands in the advice position. I'm like, uh-oh, why do they have to protect themselves? Oh, no. What's going on in the advice? I mean, for love. Spirit angels. You're not gonna fucking believe this. Oh, my God. What is this? Romantic feelings. You guys either met somebody new or you're about to meet somebody new. But the card that fell on the table says free yourself. Do you see that? My little butterflies. And in this case, you're a unicorn that is stuck. So you could be gawked at. And so you could be sad and depressed and crying. You need to free yourself. I can't wait to clarify this. I told you. So in the extended, this is going to be very fascinating and interesting. All right. So these next few weeks, I'm reading from the Angels of Abundance for those of you who are here for health, wealth, and other stuff. I want to see what the advice is for that. Abundance, angels, for Aries, please. Let's put on the funky glasses. Power of prayer. Ooh. Give the situation to God for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance of God and to give you and to respond to your prayers. Guys, whatever your God is, whatever your spirit angels are, whatever your process is, this could also talk about giving into the universe. You know, put your affirmations out there or your prayers, whatever it is for you, and you will be heard is what they're saying. All right, so one step forward, they got two steps behind you to push you along. All right, members, and those who want to see the extended, I'll see you over there. Everyone else, I will see you next week.